Hey, what if I told you you can speak English 100% correctly, perfectly, fluently, without learning the TH pronunciation, that pesky that's so strange? Well, it's true. I know there's so many lessons about how to master the TH sound. I've even made them. But what if it's not as important as you think to actually be able to produce that perfect Well, today I'm going to show you how. In the next 10 minutes, I have a new strategy for you that is not about how to articulate the perfect TH pronunciation. There are other lessons about that, which I can link to in the description. But today, I'm going to show you a hack or a secret trick for speaking better English without the TH sound. So this is something that you can do right now without any special practice or training. I'm really excited to show you this. So if you love learning English and you'd like to learn more with me, Gabby from Go Natural English, I have a special free training that shows you how to be successful in English. It's a little longer than my normal videos. It's about 30 to 40 minutes. And you can get that for free right now at gonaturalenglish.com/train. That's TRAIN. I talk more about the strategies that you need to be successful speaking English fluently. So I hope to see you there after this video. Very good. So we're going to talk about how to avoid words that use that TH sound, because the truth is there are so many different ways to express yourself in English. And so if you can build your vocabulary and your understanding of how to substitute words and phrases for those other ones that have TH in them, you can actually avoid the TH sound completely. The other alternative, of course, is to simply use words with TH in them, but don't worry about your pronunciation. People will probably understand you if you say tanks instead of thanks. It might take them an extra second to understand you, but I'm pretty sure that if you're speaking with someone patient, they will get your point. Now, what if you're speaking with someone who is not so patient? Today, I want to share some alternative phrases that you can use. Instead of saying thank you, you can say I appreciate you, or I'm so grateful, or just a positive word like awesome, wonderful, nice. So if someone does something nice for you, the next time, instead of saying thank you, say one of those choices. For example, I'm at a cafe and I get my coffee, and instead of saying thanks, I'm going to say I appreciate you, man. This coffee is delicious. The next time you want to share what you are thinking, you don't have to say I think, you can say I have an idea, or I imagine. Both are much easier ways to say the same idea, that I think, or in my opinion. So it depends what you're trying to say here, but if you're trying to express your opinion, like I think we should have pizza for lunch, you could simply say we should have pizza for lunch. You don't have to say I think, but you can also say in my opinion, or I imagine pizza would be great today, or in my opinion we should have pizza for lunch, or I have an idea, let's have pizza for lunch. I'm getting hungry. What about talking about family? Mother, father, oh my gosh, TH is everywhere. Well, use the more casual way of saying these important people in your life. Mom, dad, these are much more common in casual conversation, so it's better to use them most of the time anyway. What about numbers? Okay, we have to talk about numbers sometimes, especially when we're negotiating, we're talking about money. So what if I want to buy a new camera and it costs $1,200? Well, instead of saying 1,200, I could say 1,200. There we go. So there's an alternative to avoid the TH pronunciation. Now, I'll be honest, this doesn't work for every number. We can't really say 1,000 for 1,000. It's just not commonly used. But I want you to know you do have alternatives for some numbers. What if you want to talk about clothes? Well, instead of saying clothes or clothing, you could say what I'm wearing or what you're wearing, or outfit. Instead of saying I like your clothes, say I like your outfit. You can always refer to the individual piece of clothing as well. If you want to say I'm looking for some new clothes, instead say I'm looking for a new dress or a new sweater or something more specific if you want to avoid that word. What about the very common word thing? Well, we have alternatives there too. We could say item, object, doodad, one of my favorite kind of slang words. It's a doodad, you know, a thingamabob, an item or object. You could also say stuff, but keep in mind that thing is countable and stuff is not countable. So if you're referring to one item, it's better to say item, object, doodad. Stuff is more for like non-countable stuff, or stuff is more for like a mass of objects or several items. And remember, stuff cannot be pluralized, okay? So stuff is like a mass of objects. Wow, you have a lot of stuff. It's talking about all of your possessions as one big massive object, okay? What if you want to say, Gabby, you look so thin? Well, instead of saying thin with the TH, you can say skinny, slender, not fat. These are all ways to describe a thin person. I'm thirsty. Well, instead of saying you're thirsty, you could say, I'm parched. I would like a drink. I'm so dehydrated. There are a lot of options. Okay, what about birthday? When is your birthday? Instead of saying this word birthday, you could ask in a different way. What day were you born on? The earth, we could refer to as the world, which in itself is kind of a difficult pronunciation. World. We'll make another lesson about that. And finally, what about days of the week, like Thursday? Thursday. Well, this is a bit of a problem because sometimes we simply have to say Thursday, but I suppose you could get around this by saying the day after Wednesday, the day before Friday. However, let's be honest, sometimes you're going to have to use words with the TH sound in them. And you know, it's part of English. But what I want you to take away from this lesson is that we have alternatives. And by enriching your vocabulary, you can have other options, more different words to use, varied vocabulary that makes your English more interesting. And I do recommend that you practice your pronunciation so you can feel confident when you do want to use a word with the TH sound. But I hope that this was fun and interesting for you to explore different ways to express yourself if you're still feeling a little self-conscious about your and again, if you do want to practice the TH with me, I have other lessons about that. I'll link to in the comments and in the description below. So I hope to see you in one of those lessons next. Again, if you want to learn more with me, I hope to see you in one of my longer free training videos, which you can find at gonaturalenglish.com/train. I am thrilled, ooh, that was a good TH word, to be able to help you more. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to helping you more. See how many different alternatives we can use to say the same thing. Isn't that cool in English? All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the training soon. Okay, bye for now.